The Art Lab presents Lochness Beach. Today we're gonna make this very cool clay Lochness Monster. So what you need to start is take your white clay, I think you have 2 to 3 pieces, and you're gonna just roll it in your hands like you're rolling up a long snake. I'm doing my 2 pieces separately. You can squish yours together and do them. Then you just squish it down into your tray, dividing it into 2. So for our Lochness Beach, half of it is going to be water and the other half is going to be sand. So this clay is to keep the sand on one side and the water, which is actually glue, on the other side. So press it down so it's nice and stuck, going from one side to the other. And then the next step is to take our green clay. So same as the white clay, but this one has a bit more. You're gonna wanna make a big snake shape that is thicker than your white one. This is going to be our Lochness Monster. So keep rolling it up until it's about the length of half of your tray. So you can do it any size you would like. If you wanna do it smaller or bigger, as long as it fits on your tray. So now that I have mine ready, I'm gonna break it up into 3 pieces. One piece is going to be the head. Another piece is going to be the middle of the body. And then the last piece is going to be the tail. So you can break yours up into all the same size, but you can do it however you want. If you want your head bigger, make it bigger. If you want it smaller, make it smaller. This is what I'm doing. So now that I have 3 pieces, I'm going to take my first shape and make it into a rainbow shape. So this is going to be the back of my Lochness Monster that's poking out of the water and showing so people might be able to spot him. So that's going to go down just like this. And okay, the next piece, I'm going to make a tail. So for my tail, I'm just going to have it pointy and going straight up. You be creative and make whatever kind of tail you would like. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to use our last piece to make the head. So the head of a Lochness Monster, they are mythological creatures. So you can kind of use your imagination on how it looks. I'm making mine based on some of the pictures I've seen, and it kind of looks like a turtle's head or a snake's head. So now that I have all my shapes, I'm going to press them into one side of my tray. So here my head goes on. I already have my middle piece, and then the tail is going to be poking right up. Okay, so I have my tail in place now. It's looking pretty good. Now here I'm adding some spikes to the back of my Lochness Monster. You can use your orange and make little spikes with that, or you can just pinch the clay and make little spikes like what I'm doing. The tail I'm curling up and once again adding some spikes. Your Lochness Monster can be however you want. This is your time to be creative. So this is kind of what it looks like. If you can see, it looks like it's dipping right into the water. So now I have my googly eyes. Let's put some eyes on this guy. I'm going to put his eyes in, stick it right into the clay, really easy. And then you'll find in your kit there's this tiny little red craft foam paper. There is sticky paper on the back. You can unstick it if you want, or you can leave it on. It's up to you. And then I'm just sticking it. You can't really see, but I'm sticking it inside of my Lochness Monster's mouth. Let's see how he looks. There we go. Form the clay around it so it stays in place. And then the last thing we're going to add is, you see those tiny little grains of rice that you had inside your bag? Well, now we are going to use them as fangs and stick them into our Lochness Monster's teeth. You can do 1 tooth, 2 teeth, as many as you would like. I don't even know if real Lochness Monsters have teeth. I'm guessing they do. Okay, on to the next thing we're going to do. We are going to find this little foam piece in one of the containers. It is going to be your boat. Feel free to squish it more into a boat shape. I was just putting my finger into it to see if I can make it like a boat you can get into. And now you just stick your toothpick in there, and you are going to find a little piece of red craft foam paper that has some sticky paper on the back. Peel the sticky paper off and attach it to the top of your boat. So we have a little flag. And then we're going to add our boat into the water and leave it there until we're ready for the next step. So now we can go ahead and add in some of our other things to decorate. We have some cool leaves, some rocks, I'm just going to be adding the rocks to my water. You can put rocks on your beach if you want, but I'm choosing to put mine in my water. But like I said, up to you. You put your rocks wherever you want. All right, let's get this little thing of glue. There's 2 things of glue. One is clear, one is blue, or at least has blue dye in it. You got to stir it up and pour it just like this into your Loch Ness Monster's beach so it looks just like water. It will eventually dry and be clear, but use your popsicle stick to scrape all of it out. You're going to want to use all of it, and then you're going to use your popsicle stick to carefully, slowly try to spread it around to make it go to all the corners of your water side of your tray. And when you feel like you've spread this out a lot, it's time to add our second glue, because you're going to need it to fill it up. Make sure it gets underneath the rocks and everything like that to keep everything in place. It should look pretty fabulous. Okay, here we are at the next step. Let's add in our sand for our beach. We're going to carefully dump our sand in, and we are going to spread it around with our fingers very gently, just like this. And here my glue settled in a little more, so I'm just going to spread it out a little bit more. Sometimes you can wait till it spreads out on its own. All right, so now that we have these 2 places separated, we are going to slowly move the sand over the clay line just a little bit, just to hide that clay line. So it looks like the sand is going directly into the water. And now we have our beach to decorate. Add some seashells. I have a secret message in a bottle. Definitely open up that bottle and put your own message in it. We have a little beach towel here. If you want to add more beach towels, just get some old fabric that you have or felt. And then let's, of course, add this really fun umbrella to make it feel like a real beach. So I think this is looking really amazing. My boat is looking great, and now we have a Loch Ness Monster beach. Well done, everyone.